Hi, welcome to my study class. Welcome back to my channel. It's PrisellaAfia here, and today I have, oh geez, aggressive much. Now that's the 10th, my god, I can't speak. So I just finished work and I'm real oily. Oh hey, welcome back to my channel. It's PrisellaAfia here, and today I have 10 things you should know before becoming a nurse. This is for people who are thinking of becoming a nurse or are newly nurses. I only started nursing this year as a registered nurse. I have qualifications as an endorsed enrolled nurse, which is pretty much the same thing, but you share just little different responsibilities. Okay, so I'm currently in a graduate year as a first year registered nurse. So this is like an internship where you are working with a hospital for 12 months and you rotate between 2 rotations on different types of wards, okay? And these are just some tips that I wanted to share with people who may be thinking of nursing or are nursing and what to expect, so on and so forth. So my first 5 tips are more so applied for people who are currently studying nursing, and my next 5 are for people who are newly in the nursing job. Okay, so my first tip is to do your pre-reading and your post-reading. This is really important, and I wish I applied this more to my studying when I was in school. This will really help you with your knowledge base and making sure that you are tip-top for your placements, especially when you go into the real job sector. It pretty much builds a foundation for everything you need to know as a nurse. Okay, my second thing that you should know before becoming a nurse is form study groups. So in your uni classes, form groups where you can do study notes, you can make cue cards together, and I found it really helpful bouncing off ideas from other students as well, because sometimes you may question yourself. Well, I question myself if the answer is right, so I need someone else's opinion to see if we're on the same wavelength, and I feel like that will also help getting different ideas and also creating friendships in your studies. In your nursing career, you're going to be working in teams as well, so starting in study groups will also help you build that team workship. My third tip is to study a little bit every single day. Take maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes out of your day just to read over some notes or what you learnt in school. It doesn't really help cramming it in the last 2 minutes when you have an exam or when you have a pop quiz at uni, okay? It really helps to kind of keep your knowledge base at the level where it should be. I felt like I could have applied that to my study as well. There was times where I would go to uni, study, and then come home and just do nothing. Okay, and that didn't help me. This actually moves on to my 4th tip, is to use cue cards. This is not only for when you have exams, this is just to keep little reminders, especially for medications. Having cue cards is really helpful, having short dot points on what you need to remember, the action, the side effects, the contradictions. Having cue cards is amazing because you don't want to be carrying big textbooks and big books every single where you go. When I used to work 2 jobs, I would have cue cards with me when I was taking the bus, and in the morning I would read the cue cards as I was going to work, and sometimes when I was coming back if I wasn't too tired. But that really helped me gradually as I'm studying for exams and also for each topic that you're studying in uni. 5 is to take breaks when you're studying, and not only when you're studying, when you're in uni. So take time for yourself to relax, go shopping, go out, have a night out with a friend or something like that, to not always be so focused on just your books, because you will go crazy. There's just so much knowledge base in nursing that there's only so much you can learn in the amount of time span that you're at school, and I feel like nursing is forever changing. It's always learning new things, and you can only learn so much, okay? So you need to take a break for yourself, okay? Have a cup of tea, okay? Have a cup of tea. 6 is you won't know everything. Okay. My first time or my first year in this graduate program, I won't say I know everything, and I really don't know everything, okay? And that really dwelled on me because I stress out very easily. And you're at uni and you're getting notes every week, you're doing exams, you're doing assessments, and when you get to work, it's like there's so many other things that you may have not even learnt in uni, and that's not your fault, and you shouldn't be too hard on yourself, and I'm actually speaking to myself with this, that you can't learn everything in the space of the time you're at uni. And as you are working as a nurse in the years, you're learning new things every single day, so you won't know everything from point blank the start of your career. 7 is to always ask for help. You can't just base what you've learned in uni and think that you can do everything by yourself. Nursing is also team-based, so you need to work as a team. If you don't know anything, if you don't know something, always ask, because it's better to ask than to do something and it ending up being something quite deadly to a patient or something like that. So always ask for help, even if it's a stupid question. I have asked many stupid questions, but hey, as long as you ask, you know for next time. 8 is not everyone is going to be friendly in the workspace. There are people who have already made cliques in their workspace, and you know, when a new person comes, like a graduate like myself, they may not be open to be as friendly to you or as helpful, and that will happen and that can happen, and that's just something that you need to be aware of. But at the same time, it's also a learning process. It's a new environment that you're in, and you just need to focus on what you're there to do. You're there to learn, you're there to do your job, and if someone doesn't want to help you, if someone doesn't want to talk to you, who cares? Okay, as long as you're doing a-okay, you're good. Okay. 9 is mistakes are bound to happen, and sometimes it's out of your hands, but the best and important thing is to learn from your mistakes and not to do it again. I've definitely made mistakes in my graduate year as a registered nurse, and you know, I've tried to not be so hard on myself, but obviously when you make a mistake, you feel down, you want to quit, you don't want to do anything. Well, I don't want to do anything, and I just feel really low. But at the same time, you have to think to yourself that you're new at this job, you're new just straight out of uni, and like I said, you don't know everything, and that's okay. Number 10 is doing your very best, and that's all you can really do. If you're doing your best, you're giving your 100, what can they ask, or what more can you ask for? Okay, as long as you're doing your best, you're working within your perimeters, you're working within your scope, you're okay. All right, now that's my 10 things I think you should know before becoming a nurse. If you have any questions, if you're thinking of becoming a nurse, if you're already a new nurse and you have a question, don't feel hesitant to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, see you guys.